Welcome to this edition of the First Aid Show. Sometimes people are scared about using an AED unit or not sure what to do. In this video, we asked a paramedic to tell us more about how to use an AED.
People always think, I don't know if I can help in a situation. If you have the ability to go and collect that defibrillator from the dentist, from the phone box, and bring it back to scene, you could potentially save a life. It is so important that someone is assigned that role and they bring the defibrillator, even if in the end it's not used. It's a really important thing. I once had the situation where I was driving my mum into town and we were just going for a lunch, and we pulled into a car park, and I saw that there was a little bit of a group gathering around the ticket machine, and I just said to my mum, I better go and have a look, see what's happening, because it looked unusual. And I walked over there and there was a young lad, maybe about 15 or 16, on the phone delivering chest compressions to a lady in her 60s who had just collapsed literally moments before I'd arrived. We were taking it in turns to do chest compressions, and luckily the dentist whose surgery was in the car park walked towards us holding the defibrillator, and it was during COVID, so they were fully covered up in PPE, and several members of the public that were there were like, oh, I don't know how to use it, I don't know how to use it. And I said, please don't worry, I'm a paramedic. I've never used a public defibrillator either, but the most important thing is that we open it up, get the pads on, and follow the instructions. And that's exactly what we did. So we had to remove the clothing from the lady so that we had a bare chest. And please don't worry in that situation. The young boy was really trying to be respectful to her. But at this point in time, it was so critical that she got this life-saving shock and chest compressions. So we cut the bra off, put the pads on, followed the pictures on the defibrillator, and it told us shock advised. We administered one shock, that's all she needed. And she started to make purposeful movements. And actually for that scene, the air ambulance arrived. They were from Essex and Herts Air Ambulance. They arrived on scene and I said, she's already breathing for herself. We've delivered one shock. She's making a good recovery. And they had a TV crew with them. And later on, when they showed the footage, I found out that she survived and she's back leading a normal life. So all the members of public in the car park were there at the right time. They did the right actions, delivered a shock quickly and good chest compressions. And she's here surviving to tell the tale. I do often hear people, when I'm chatting to them, that are concerned or worried that they might use an AED incorrectly. These machines, these pieces of kit are very simple and very straightforward, and you literally have to open up the box and it will start talking to you in a really simple way what to do, and it just does step 1, step 2, step 3. In the kit you will have pads, and on the pads it shows you a nice clear picture of where to put them. You basically are thinking about the principle, if the heart sits in the centre of your chest, slightly to the left, you are putting the pads and applying it to the skin to ensure that the electricity will conduct through the heart when you're shocking. So one pad goes up on the shoulder and the other one goes underneath the chest, underneath the nipple. It's really important that those pads have a good contact. In the kit you will find that there are razors. If the person is particularly hairy, it's really important to quickly shave that hair off so there's a good contact to maximise the electricity going through the heart. Not every time it would be necessary to shock the person, but the machine will tell you whether shock is advised or shock not advised. Continue chest compressions. And you just simply have to follow what the AED is telling you. A lot of people worry that they will get electrocuted, and they're worried that if they press the button at the wrong time, they will deliver a shock and electrocute everybody. The machine, the AED, will not let you deliver a shock unless it is appropriate for that patient. And also it will tell you, stand clear. At that moment, everybody should lean back, make sure you're not making any contact at all with the patient, and then the button will be flashing, glowing. It will often have an electricity signal. You press and deliver the shock, and then it will tell you, continue chest compressions, and you get back on the chest. I really would reassure you there's nothing to fear. Whatever you do, it will benefit the patient, because at the moment, in all reality, that patient is dead on the floor. If you do nothing, they will die. So anything you try will be helping the patient. The other thing is it helps you manage your own emotions after the event, because you know you've tried your hardest to help that person, and it's really straightforward. Have a go. You can't do anything wrong.